Hello, all, and welcome to another video. And today's a special one. It's kind of more of a celebration for us as we are the 19th of March right now, going into the 20th tomorrow, March the 20th at 11:33 a.m. We will be entering the spring equinox. We will be through with winter and entering into the springtime period. Now, for you who do not know, during the equinox, the sun will pass directly over the equator and bring nearly equal amounts of day and night. At the equator, it brings 12 hours daylight and 12 hours at night. And then as you go away from the equator, you will change a little bit. In other words, we may be, off a little bit. But over the equator, it is a perfect 12-hour day and 12-hour night. And really, all of our ancients people have recognized the spring equinox as the beginning of the year. The Hebrews used to use it. They still do it to determine their calendar they use now. Of course, when they followed the solar calendar, it was perfectly situated that way. But now they follow a lunar solar, so they wait till the equinox to determine their calendar. But many pagan nations before, a lot of other civilizations use the equinox to determine the times of the year. Matter of fact, if you we went to the Georgia Guidestones, and they are direct. I would love to be there tomorrow at 11:33 to watch the sun. They have little holes in there that determines when the equinoxes actually happen. So really, it's an important day for the seasons, of course, and we know it is the Creator's time clock. Now, we all have our own calendars here, and this is not a calendar debate. I don't even care about that. But this is a time that we all have to recognize that, hey, it is spring equinox. Winter is dying. And if you know anything, you know spring is a time of creation. It's a time of green. It's a time of new life. It's a time of starting over. Where when we go into the fall and the winter equinoxes and solstice, we go into death, and it's really cold and dry and brown, but we're going to that time of new life. And I just wanted to read some quotes here from the book, The Song of God. And like I said, I'm not preaching any doctrine or nothing for you. I'm just trying to encourage you, because it seems like we've been going through 2 years of darkness, with going through the winter time of the virus, and now the war, and now just bad politics. It seems like we've been in a season of winter, and I'm really looking forward to this year. I'm hoping to see some light break forth. I'm hoping to see some things just really be good for us as human beings. But one of the things within the book of the Song of God is the spring equinox has a lot to do with you and your loved one, your spouse or whatever, of renewing your love every year, because this is what sustains us. It's not the happy, excuse the screaming in the background. We have kids and everything like that. So it is what it is. So we're having a time now of coming back to God. This is truly a time of being what we would call, Christians would call, born again. I would call just born again to a new year of life and stuff like that. But I want to read you some of the verses from the Song of God that may encourage you. This is what this is about, encouraging you. Thus, on the day when the vernal equinox shall woman and man commemorate the love which binds together two loving hearts, creating from their tender passions a brightly glowing oneness, which oneness is the greatest of all the treasures, both on earth and in heaven found. And if you found that soulmate, you found that one that you truly love, you know how important it is. And you are put together for a reason, to help make it through this world that we're living in. For this I tell you, for the learning that whatever a woman and a man shall become as one, even in that moment they are drawn into the oneness of God, to feel within themselves that good and tender ache, which softness foreshadows a far greater love. For in love there is found the greatest power of all. So we see that man and wife together, that love, and then when we unify that oneness with God that we have, because we're all a oneness basically. So we renew that strength with each other, then we renew that strength with the Creator and bring Him into our relationships. Come, Let us consider within the heart and power of love and the grace of oneness, and the doing prove enlightenment. For the love and the oneness, and there is a mystery far greater than any other, having of its own design fashion all the realms of heaven and all the wonders contained therein. And it goes through a lot of things here about the oneness of your spouse and your loved ones, and how, you hope that we renew this. We renew this love every year at this time, because that's what's going to get us through. Let's see, a few more now. For in the spring equinox of lovers do commemorate their love, which the Heavenly Mother and Heavenly Father bear for each other, to hold them up before the eyes, and the only true example worthy of emulation. In other words, our relationship with our, man and wife, or husband, whatever. This is the illustration of God the Father and God the Mother, which is in Kabbalah would be the the higher part of the tree of life, and the Malkut, which is the bottom. And that's the way we demonstrate. That's how we emulate our mother and father in heaven, is with us here on the earth. And I'm speaking spiritually, Kabbalistically. Here's what I'm talking. But here we go with this last one. Let the vernal equinox prove for you a time of joy, filled with the song of dance, kind words, tender romance, a timing of giving and sharing, of reaching higher still, to celebrate the love you feel for the one you hold most dear. So happy, 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 happy equinox. Let this be a great year as we enter into the, holy seasons for Christianity with Holy Week, and Judaism with Passover coming up. And, a lot of things are going on in the world right now. And I just want to speak just happiness upon you, and let that oneness with the Creator just really illuminate this year as we enter into that new time that we're leaving death and darkness, and we're entering into that green time. Just blessings on all. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.